Good afternoon to all of you, chairman of the session and my fellow speakers. It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks for the invite for coming and speaking to all of you this afternoon. Profiling the global manager. Okay, I'll just share some of my personal thoughts around this. This is not from a book. This is not something which is there available in the academia or anything. This is something which I've experienced myself over the past 18 years, where I have myself lived in 3 different continents and I've worked in those 3 different continents. And I've seen numerous managers, okay, who have come and worked under me, besides me, as my manager. And the whole thing is around my experience, okay. Listen to this patiently, and then I'll talk a bit about Johnson & Johnson also to you. I just want to take that opportunity. Now, they say you're a global manager when you have breakfast in New York and dinner in Paris, okay? I mean, this went about as the old saying. In the Asian context, we can say that when you have dinner in Mumbai, breakfast in Singapore, and lunch in Shanghai, and this is very much possible. A lot of people do it. At least I do it at least once a quarter myself. You have 6 sets of best friends, 1 for every continent. Your family sees the world using your frequent flyer miles. That is basically a free trip, so as to say. And your children speak 4 foreign languages and none with you. So, is this what you say when you're a global manager? Well, this is what mostly people are trying to propagate or say, that this is what a global manager is all about. Well, in my opinion, these are just some apparent traits of a compulsive traveler, okay, or maybe a global manager. Like an author could be doing the same thing, but here we are talking about a global manager. And global management, or whatever you want to talk about in terms of managing businesses globally, is not about just mere traveling or globe-trotting. Okay. So what is it? So what is a global manager all about? Okay. And in my opinion, a global manager is a person with a global mindset in the business context. Okay, in the business context that we talk about from a corporate point of view. It's a worldview that comes from working in diverse situations with different people, being exposed to different varied cultures, managing different businesses, where the context keeps changing. When you have a global mindset, that is the time you start becoming a global manager. It enables you not just to adapt, but compete and win in any environment. And how do you equip your people with this mindset is the biggest challenge that my community or the leadership community, my community meaning the HR community, faces. How do you develop global managers? And how do you equip people with this mindset? Now, based on this, if this is just setting the context, the presentation flow will be why. Why are we talking about global managers today? I mean, why has Loyola also picked up such an important topic for today in terms of profiling the global manager? And I'm really impressed. It is a very, very important topic. Okay. Because there's severe shortage of talent. I don't know if you people are reading or doing the research on the talent bit. On the 7th of October Economist issue, if I were you, I would lay my hands on that 7th of October Economist issue and read it. There's a report. There's a fantastic report they have printed on the talent, its current scenario and future shortages. And if you read that report, boy, you will be scared. Because any business, any perpetual business, especially like J&J, where we are more than 100 years old and we are sure going to be here for more than 100 years to come. And we are constantly trying to see what are the things which can deter our progress. And there are 2 things which we have identified which can really deter our progress. One is HIV and AIDS, okay, because it's a major epidemic and it has the capacity at least now to wipe off the world. And second is shortage to manage our businesses globally. If you read that report of Economist, it very clearly says that even today, 65% of organizations are facing talent shortage at all levels. And within that, 85% of organizations are facing talent shortage at senior management level. Now, one question that I put on to myself, and I'd like to throw it to you as food for thought, is there's so many MBA institutes, so many people getting qualified, so many people passing out, okay? Then why is still there a shortage of talent? Why is there a dearth of talent? Try and find an answer to this. Maybe at the end of the session, we'll try and discuss this a bit, okay? So why global manager is the first one? Requirements of a global manager is the second one. What do global managers do? What's their role? Is the fourth. And then I'll try and give you some J&J examples to put my opinion in perspective. Okay. Now, why develop a global manager? It's very, very clear. It's needless to mention or say anything. It's businesses are going global today. There are many, many businesses which were local have gone global just in terms of trying to keep growing. So it's the nature. It's the nature of the economy. It's the nature of the state or the state of the business itself. I mean, you must be reading and hearing about a term known as an Indian MNC. Okay, there's nothing such as an American MNC or an Indian MNC. An MNC is an MNC. And we can be proud to say today that there are many Indian companies, okay, or companies based out of India have become MNCs or are operating globally.